Hi, I'm tbartz, Internet Sales Manager at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, but I am on location here at Bronco Off-Road Nevada, Mount Potosi, the Red Rock Canyon area, and I happened to be here for a conference, and it was just perfect timing because yesterday the order banks opened up for the 2026 Ford Bronco, and I figured what better to do than to grab a Bronco Turo and bring it on out here, and let's do a video right in front of here, because one of the things that McArthur does when you order with us is you get a free registration. Well, it's not 100% free, but it's close to free. You get a big discount off by purchasing a Bronco to Bronco Off-Rodeo. 5 locations, Nevada being one of those. And at McArthur, we want to pay for your way to get there. So we pay for up to $1,000 of your travel expenses if you order a vehicle from us. So think about that when you're ordering your vehicle. We also do an invoice pricing. And also if you finance with it, take $1,000 off. So yes, we give you all those things for that, because we think Bronco Off-Rodeo is very important for a Bronco customer to go to, so you can learn how to use your Bronco. But we're going to dive in here. Well, I want to talk about this because this video is important. Now make sure you subscribe to the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of our videos, because we will be doing a separate video on each trim level for the Ford Bronco, so you know exactly what's standard equipment and what's optional for each trim level for 26 model year if you want to place that order with us or with your local dealer. The build and price is up on Ford.com right now, but there are a few little errors on that build and price. So what you see is not what you get necessarily right now. I think I'm sure they're working on fixing some of the glitches and everything, but some of the wheels aren't correct with what they are because they've changed for this year. So they're bringing some things back, and we'll cover that and go over all the changes for this. I did a video yesterday for Bronco Sport for Built Wild Wednesday, just some of the basics. I've deep dived every page, every line of every trim level for the Ford Bronco. So let's dive in and let's cover what's different, what's changed, what's new for this year. So first off, starting off with talk about new colors. There are 2 new colors for this year. There's Avalanche, we like to say Avalanche Gray. That is a new color for this year, as well as Wimbledon White, but that does require, you can only get that on the 60th anniversary package, which we did a video on that when we were up there in Michigan when they revealed it at the sand dunes up there. So deleted colors for this year: Azure Gray is gone. Also Eruption Green and Robin's Egg Blue for your Heritage Edition it's gone. So that is not available for this year. Now they did say in the order guide, the main page, that they changed some colors. So Marsh Gray and Oxford White will be available on the Heritage Edition. I also noticed some colors in there that some people asked about. Looks like Velocity Blue as well. So we'll go into, when we get into those different breakdown of those trim levels, when we get to Heritage Edition, we'll break out what colors are available on the Heritage Edition. But those are some things they noted in here. But again, Velocity Blue I noticed is available as well on the Heritage Edition. So might look good. Velocity Blue with the white, I don't know. Might like that. Anyway, some other things. I noticed they made some changes to the dual top. And so before, last year what they had was they had an option for every hardtop configuration with a dual top option if you wanted a cloth top too. So they made, whether it was a black painted with a dual top, or body color painted with a dual top, or carbonized gray with a dual top, or with the cloth tops. So this year they just made it easy. They removed all those and they basically added one option that's called the dual top, or soft top to dual top, soft top add-in. Sorry. So they just made it an add-in. So basically, you take you pick whatever hard top you want, and then you pick that option, and they're just going to add the soft top in there. That makes a lot of sense. Let's simplify things, right? Why not? Some packages. New package for this year that we're seeing it roll out in about every vehicle, and that is the Ford Connectivity Package. Now that Ford Connectivity Package brings everything in-house into that. We have in our Expedition. I really like it. So that unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots, you don't have to go through AT&T. You get unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots with this. Now, I will say this, the Ford Connectivity Package, you get it for 1 year included with your purchase of the vehicle. After that, you will have to subscribe up. We'll talk about some other things, because another package they added was a one-time purchase of the Ford Connectivity Package, so you don't have to worry about it. it's going to be like somewhere around $700 to $800. Depending on the model and everything. We'll get into the pricing and stuff when we do the breakdown of those. Also includes audio video streaming, voice assistant, and entertainment all into one. And in some trim levels, it'll also include the navigation. So where navigation was last year, that would be also included, connected nav. And again, 1 year, just like I got on my Bronco, and then you can sub up from there. So another package is added as an option, and that is a Sirius XM with a 360L 3-year plan. So instead of going through Sirius and getting maybe a deal for a year, $5 a month for a year, and then it goes up from there, instead you're capped in. It's about $300 to $330 depending on the vehicle. I don't know what Bronco is at. I haven't looked at the pricing, but I know in F-150 it's like $330. But about $300 for 3 years. So that's $100 a year. Break it down, that's less than $10 a month for 3 years. That's a great deal. So if you know that's something you like my wife likes to have Sirius XM, that is something you probably, you got to do that when you place your order, along with that one-time purchase of the Ford Connectivity package. All right, some changes to the Sasquatch package. Wheel change for this year. So last year we saw the 17-inch carbonized gray wheel. That was your standard wheel for the Sasquatch. That is not what it is this year. It is a 17-inch matte black alloy wheel. So it's a different wheel. And right now, I think that's one of the wheels that Build and Price is incorrect on the website. So when you build it out, so that is going to be a change for this year. So if I get an image, I'll try to post that in there. So a black appearance package also has a wheel change. So 17-inch black high gloss painted steel wheel. So they're bringing the steely back for the black appearance package, as well as we're going to talk about the black diamond package gets that same wheel too. So they changed that one from the 17-inch black high gloss painted aluminum to the steel wheel. So people wanted the steel wheel, so they listened, wanted to bring that back. And it looks like to me that they removed the hardtop shadow black painted as part of the black appearance package. I believe it was included last year. I think now it wasn't listed as a feature like it was last year. But I didn't look at the note. It may say requires you to add the black top, so I'm not sure on that. But again, when we get the breakdown of each trim level, we'll clarify that. Some DIOs. First time ever I've ever heard of Ford doing this. They have added a 17-inch magnetic gray mid-gloss painted aluminum wheel. It's like a Ford Performance wheel with a machined flange, says in here, and that does require the Sasquatch package, but it's a dealer installed option. That means that the wheel will be shipped to the dealer and the dealership would install it. My question is, what do you do with the wheels that were on it? I don't know. Ford accessories, there's some things added to that. There's a cargo box, rear cargo storage safe for the back. Does require to be a 4-door only, it looks like. And last year that was a DIO. That was available last year. Last year's a DIO. This year it's gone to the factory putting it in. So, and then safe deposit console lock box is a Ford accessory. And I didn't really see that last year, so I saw that as maybe a change. Now let's break down some of the changes to each of the different trim levels. Base, nothing changed. I didn't see a change at all or anything there on the base trim. Big Bend, the only thing that was changed to the Big Bend was they removed the leather gear shift knob. Now it's not wrapped anymore. So there you go, that's a change. All right, that's it for Big Bend. Outer Banks. They just drove by Azure Gray, not available anymore. Anyway, there looks like they're headed somewhere and they're gonna have some fun. Raptor, Azure Gray just went by. Anyway, all right, back to it. Outer Banks. Some changes to Outer Banks. The door handles went from body colored to molded in color. Now, I noticed that the grill description changed as well, and I was told that it's still gonna be like a body color type of thing. I don't know if that's the case in the door handles, but that's just something that I noticed as a change there. Also, they removed the rear floor mats, front only, and I actually we'll mention that in a lot of trim levels. So a lot of the vehicles on your 4-doors, they've removed the rear floor mats, only front floor mats on them. Also, to the luxury package, you can add the luxury package as an option. They removed the LED spotlights from the mirrors And they also removed the universal garage door opener wherever it was available last year. It will not be available. So I'll be mentioning that on a couple of these trim levels as well that have the luxury package. So LD spotlights, 2 switches for those out there. So there are options out there for some nice lights you can put on the A-pillar. Again, they took away the the auxiliary switches as a standalone option last year. So, but there's some aftermarket ones that you can do auxiliary switches if you like. Now, on the Outer Banks, new for this year, the 60th anniversary package. We did a video on the 60th anniversary package when we were in Michigan at the birthday bash there, where they revealed this. So you can go back and you can check that out. You can see good pictures and images of that. I might try to slide those in. I'm not at work, so I don't have all the same images that I had back then. But with that package, you are going to get the painted door handles. Also, the grille is the warm alloy with the 2-color Bronco lettering. Hardtop, Wimbledon white, painted hardtop. So it's not Oxford white, Wimbledon white. And that doesn't matter if you have it in the ruby red, which is, it's available. It does require the ruby red or the Wimbledon white, but the top will be Wimbledon white regardless. The hardtop will have sound deadening liner on it. I assume it will be the full carpet, not the circular pieces there. The mirrors will be a black molded in color mirror caps. And then does say seats will be leather with the alpine color inserts. And those looked awesome when I saw those in person. And then 35-inch spare tire cover. So you'll see on Build and Price, that's something also that they noticed. They said that it was you had to add that as an option. It is not. It's going to be standard equipment on your 60th anniversary. And then also steel front bumper and the 17-inch gravity gray painted aluminum wheels. I'm a big fan of these wheels. I'm a big fan of the grille as well. I think it's a great option there. They are saying that this is not going to be exclusive to just so many like some of the other editions. It's not going to be 1,966, but it will be low in production number, probably 1% or something like that. But they do want to make sure every dealer gets at least one. So first, probably job 1, every dealer is only going to get 1 to start with, and then job 2, they'll probably open it up. So we'll be taking orders on that. That'll be probably the only one that we're going to do an MSRP pricing for. Everything else will probably be invoice pricing. All right, moving on to the Badlands trim level. They did change the standard tire from an all-terrain tire to an RT. So rugged terrain tire, 33-inch will be standard equipment on that. And you'll notice when we get to optional equipment that they did remove the mud terrain tire as an option. So also they removed the rear floor mats, as I mentioned. They also removed heated steering wheel. So they added that as standard equipment to the Badlands last year, and this way they take it away. So that's been taken away. They also removed the stabilizer bar disconnect as standard equipment on the Badlands. Still going to be an option. We'll get into the options in a second. They also added the high clearance fender flares. So that was not listed last year, and now you get high clearance fender flares. Don't have to go Sasquatch. It's going to be standard on the Badlands, it looks like. Also, they changed the wording on the Haas 2.0 suspension. Now it says off-road suspension with rear Bilstein position sensitive dampers. So I don't know if that means the fronts aren't going to be the Bilstein, but just going off what the words say in the order guide. Added the heated steering wheel to the mid package. So that's where you get your heated steering wheel. Mid package or Lux package will get the heated steering wheel, but not standard equipment like it was last year. And then if you go with the Lux package and add that, again, just like it was with the Outer Banks, LED spotlight, the LED side mirror spotlights are been taken away, as well as a universal garage door opener has been taken away too. So talking about the Sasquatch specific to the Badlands, that it adds the front stabilizer bar disconnect. So that is going to be part of the Sasquatch package for the Badlands. Also will be a standalone option for non-Sasquatch. So you'll be able to get it either way there. Don't worry about that. Also, they changed the Haas 3.0 suspension. Last year, they didn't have this note, but this year they added a note. Or last year, there was a note that said it wasn't available with the 4-door with the 2.3 liter and automatic. They removed that note for this year. So I'm hoping it wasn't just omitted. Hopefully that is going to be true there. And then removed the mud terrain tire as a standalone option as well. Moving on to the Stroppe. I had said at the end of the, was a month ago, they said last chance to get a Stroppe in the configuration of last year. They changed it this year. It's still available, but it's not going to be a 2-door. It's going to be a 4-door this year. So 2-door Stroppe, if you wanted one, find one from 25 model year. That's the only way to get one. This year, it'll be 4-door only. So there you go. So some of you, maybe, I'm not a big two-door fan. I like being able to get to the back seats if I need to, or open the second set of doors. I like the drive myself of the 4-door versus a 2-door. So for those that are wanting that, now original Stroppe was 2-door. Some people like say that's the way it should be, but I'm not gonna make that decision on what's right and what's wrong. It's really up to you guys to dictate that and argue that in the comments. Dealer installed option on the Stroppe. They did remove the spare tire covers on those for some reason. Those were there last year, and they're not there as an option this year. They also removed the tailgate table as well. Maybe moving it from a 2-door to a 4-door is why. And they also removed the tube doors as an option as well. So I was really surprised. I was thinking maybe they'd move it from a 2-door tube doors to a 4-door, which would make sense, but they removed it altogether. All right, moving on to the Raptor. Not much here. Late last year, job 2, they added as a standalone option to the Raptor the full display rear view mirror. This year, it is standard equipment, so it'll be on all of your Raptors. And so that's that digital rear view mirror. So basically, when you're backing up, it's going to put that camera on the mirror. I guess the 12-inch screen's not big enough or something. I don't know. But there you go. That's going to be a change for that. And then they also removed the garage door opener and the LED spotlight. So that is removed from anywhere it could have been possible for this year. And that's all we have for Raptor. In Heritage Edition, the only thing that they put in there was the automatic is available with the 2.3 liter this year. So that is the only changes that we have there. So that's all of them. So that's all the changes for the 2026 Ford Bronco. And a deep dive, went through the order guide. A couple things that are on there that weren't on the major pages change that I shared yesterday. So hopefully we did pick something out of there and got you the correct information of what you're getting. Again, build and price, they'll figure out their tweaks, but there's a couple things on Ford.com not 100% accurate in a way of the images. I do like Ford's build and price because I like when you make some changes to those packages, it changes the looks of the vehicle so you can see what it's going to look like when you get it. We will have build and price on our website with pricing and all the details for each of the packages. If you want to go to our website, you could do that as well. And if you're one to order with us, go to our website, fill that form out, and then say you want that YouTube special of invoice pricing, and that'll get the ball rolling to get that order placed. Order banks are open up, so you can place an order. And don't forget, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're doing invoice pricing, $1,000 off if you finance a vehicle with us. And we want to make sure you get to Bronco Off-Roadeo, so when you purchase a vehicle, we want to pay for up to $1,000 of your travel expenses like flights, hotel, gas if you're driving yourself, that kind of thing to get you to Bronco Off-Roadeo. A lot of people have taken advantage of that recently, and you can as well if you want to order with us. Other than that, that's what I have for this week. And be looking, next week we'll start the build and price. We'll start with Bronco, like 3 order banks opened up yesterday, but we'll be starting with Bronco next week. It's a passion vehicle, right? It's an enthusiast vehicle, and so we'll start with those and start next week. So expect to see those videos dropping on our YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of those videos. And until the next one, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you guys out on the trail. Thanks for watching.